Hi, welcome to the SAUSD Arts Forward Digital Art Walk presentation. Tonight, we are so excited to be able to show silent film pantomimes with the students of Santiago Elementary or TK8 School. My name is Robin McNair. I'm the coordinator of Visual and Performing Arts. And tonight, to make this all possible, I have with me Miss Sabrina Skeels, who is our Visual and Performing Arts Specialist for TK12 as well. And then we're featuring Miss Sarah Siebert, who is the amazing theater director at Santiago TK8 School. So welcome to everybody. And Sarah, we're gonna have you set this up. What's tonight gonna be all about for our viewers there out in the arts community in Santa Ana?
Well, hi, thank you so much for everyone joining us to see our featured student artists. Tonight, I'm bringing to you 9 of my beginning drama students. They're all in 6th grade. At Santiago, some of these students have had the chance to be involved with drama after school because we have an amazing Disney Musicals in Schools program, and we've had the opportunity to do some summer VAPA programs through the district. But this is the first time these students have been set up with curriculum and instruction in theater arts. So as 6th graders, they all started this year with the elective of beginning drama. And for our last unit that we've been working on, they've been learning all about movement and how movement can help an actor create a character through physical traits and facial expressions, gestures. And so they've done a lot of work building up this. They have learned about through playing games, like they did an emotional washcloth where we took an imaginary washcloth and squirted it with facial expressions and rubbed it on our face and came out on the other side learning about emotions. They did a lot with walking across the floor in their homes and learning how to do that. And then all along the way, besides working in Zoom, the students have made Flipgrid videos. They've been able to watch their own rehearsals, get constructive criticism from their peers and teacher, and then grow in their movement skills. So this project you're going to see today is sort of the culminating event for the movement unit. The students were all trained in pantomime over the course of this unit. They watched some famous artists like Marcel Marceau, and they also watched some Charlie Chaplin. And this project kind of blends those two ideas of miming and silent films. So the students were given a scenario. They became screenwriters and that they had to write down their list of pantomime steps, at least 20 steps or more. They also became choreographers and that they got silent film music and they staged their whole performance to music. And then they became film editors to record these films and with acting skills all along the way. So it's really exciting that they learned how to do writing, how to do the rehearsal process, and all of that into one project. So today you're gonna see their final solo pantomime performances, and we're so proud to bring you those tonight.
We're so excited to have you. And I just want to back up a little bit. You said VAPA. So I just want to explain to everybody that means Visual and Performing Arts. And in Santa Ana Unified School District, we have Visual and Performing Arts opportunities for all our students. And I was hoping you could explain a little bit more about what are the opportunities at Santiago?
Well, like I mentioned, some of these students have been involved in an after-school drama program before. A few years ago, Santiago was the first school in our district to get the Segerstrom Center for the Arts Disney Musicals grant. And so what that meant is we got an opportunity to partner with Segerstrom Center, have professional artists come over and work with our teaching team. And we bring 60 kids from grades 3rd through 5th into an after-school program where they create a Disney musical. And then what was really exciting is to see after Santiago started it, we started getting those Disney musical grants at other schools across our district. So we have been able to go see Disney musical shows around at our other neighboring schools too. So, but these students right here all started as 3rd or 4th graders in that program. We also have offered at Santiago enrichment in theater arts during the school day, where students get to come to my drama classroom and learn some of the standards that they have in theater arts for kinder through 5th grade. So students have started in kindergarten at Santiago, and then they've done the after school program if they had an interest in that pathway. And now they're able to take the elective course for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade from beginning drama and then to advanced theater arts at Santiago too.
And I also want to point out that you guys have music for all your TK8 students, as well as visual art lessons for all the TK5 students. So there's a lot of arts happening at Santiago. It's a very happening scene, and I'm excited that we're going to introduce the students. So here's how it's going to roll. We're going to start calling up our guest artists individually, and we're going to view their film, and then we're going to talk to them a little bit about it. So first up, our artist tonight is Alexa. So let's look at what she produced.
Hello, my name is Alexa Prada, and today I'm going to show you how to help a grumpy old lady cross the street. That's it. Bye!
Now we get to see the real Alexa. Hi, Alexa. Thanks for being here with us. That was a really fun presentation that you made. I'm just curious, how did you come up with that idea about walking a grumpy old lady across the street?
Well, we got a sign, so I was like, how can I like show that she's grumpy? So like I had to like think of ways like, oh, she can like knock my hat down, or she can like move my hand or do something. So I just had to like do it like improvise kind of like that, like of how she can like do that.
And you know, I could actually hear the conversation in my mind when you were having an exchange about, no, be happy, or, you know, I'm trying to help you. I could hear you through your physical movement having that conversation with the person, trying to get them to go across the street. So have you ever walked a person, an elderly, grumpy old lady across the street?
No, I have not.
No. So what was your motivation thinking about that? Have you seen that, or what made you think of that storyline?
Well, like normally, like I see them during movies, like a old granny or grandpa, and somebody just coming up to them and asking them. And sometimes they're mean, and sometimes they're nice.
Well, you know, sometimes people are having a rough day, right? So it's nice to be kind, and what a great idea to think about helping somebody cross the street. So tell me, what grade level are you in?
I am in 6th grade.
6th grade. How old is that?
It's like between 11 and 12.
Wow. So at 11 and 12, and you seem to have a pretty long, extensive history in theater acting already, right? Tell us a little bit about what your prior experience has been.
I've been in Cinderella, and I've played Cinderella in Cinderella. I've been in Character Matters too, and I've been in The Little Mermaid.
Wow, so 3 shows under your belt, and you're already just starting 6th grade, and now not only are you acting in your own performance, you wrote that, right? So you wrote it, and then you had to put the music to it, and you had to choreograph the whole thing. What was the writing process like for you?
Well, what I did is I brought up some things, and some things I like changed, and some things I added, and that's how I just came up with it.
So did you get it right the first time? Did you just like, I'm done and look, it's perfect?
Nope, I had a lot of takes.
A lot of takes. How many takes did you do just to film it?
Probably like 15.
15. Wow, that shows great persistence on your part to get it just right. You know what the audience wants. Did you have any help doing anything?
Yes, actually, my mom actually helped me.
Wow, your mom got involved. What did she do to help you?
Well, because like when I was doing it, I didn't know, like at first I didn't know how to like show that she would, like the grumpy old lady was grumpy. So she's like, oh, you can like do this. You can show that she's gonna hit your hat or do that and do that.
That's amazing when you can get the whole family involved, right? Because we know in theater, were you the only one when you were Cinderella? Were you the only one on the stage? Or were you the one doing all the things behind the scenes too?
Yeah.
You weren't, right? You were the one that was, you were acting, but you were supported by a lot of other people. So that's still happening, even doing it from home.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about what was your favorite part about live theater and how does that compare to what you're doing at home?
Well, I like to do live theater because you can like, when you're in front of a stage, you can like show your emotions, you can like dance, you can like show a bunch of facial expressions. And here you can only see like the little box. So it's like, if you want to like dance, you can't really, you have to like back up.
Yeah, so you really did a good job translating the live stuff that I would see at home, I mean, in person, doing that from home, because I picked up on all that energy from just looking at my screen. And congratulations, you did a phenomenal job. Well, we're gonna move on, Alexa, to our next artist, who happens to be Miss Athena. So Athena, we're gonna watch your video and we're gonna see you on the other side.
Hi, my name is Athena, and today we're going to be doing my solo pantomime project. My theme is how to change a diaper. And scene. Thank you, everyone. I hope you guys really liked my video. Goodbye.
Hi, Athena, welcome. It's so nice to have you here and be able to talk to you. Tell us more about your storyline. What was it? The title was How to Change a Diaper, right? Boy, there was a time in there where I could smell that diaper right along with you. Well done, well done. What made you decide to do that storyline?
Well, we had an assignment and I got chosen to how to change a diaper. And I had a little experience with how to change a diaper, so that kind of gave me my motivation to do it with my sister, who is about to be 2 years old. And I had to change her diaper, I think, a couple times before. And that's where I got my motivation.
Well, I know I'm a big sister too, and boy, it's a challenge sometimes, right? It seemed like you were telling us more of a story too about how it is for you to take care of your little sister. Was that going on as well?
Yes,
Yeah,
level 2 is going on about to be.
right? That's what they say. So, what a great storyline. I think it was very relatable. A lot of people have little brothers and sisters, and there's people out there who are parents or cousins, or they've dealt with these situations. Um, Tell us a little bit about your other acting career that informed what you were doing tonight.
Well, I've loved acting like all the time because I feel like I can express myself through acting, and I feel I can, be myself and have my confidence, and I like to pretend like I can be someone else, and I like to be in that acting area.
Yeah. I'm the mom of an artist too. My daughter is off studying at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts. She's like you. Her whole life, she just wanted to do those kinds of things. And I love that people can take off and do this as a career. What's your plan after you get through Santiago? Well, let's see, you're in 6th grade. Are you going to continue with Miss Siebert and studying theater through 8th grade?
Yes, that's what I'm planning to do.
And then what are your plans? What's your big goals in life?
My goal in life is, of course, I would want to continue to do acting, and I do want to continue acting because that's something what I truly love to do. So I'm thinking of maybe finding a school that can really make help me explore more in acting.
Fantastic. Well, you guess what? We're going to help you get there and guide you on your way and support you in your dreams. And it will inform everything that you do, right? So, yeah, you hold a lot of promise and we're excited. Great job. Thank you for sharing your art. And not only did you just perform that, you wrote it and you choreographed it, and a lot of skills went into that. So, great job. We're going to move on now to our next artist, who is Bella. Bella, let's watch your video.
Hi, my name is Bella, and I'm going to be showing you how to bake a cake.
Wow, Bella, that was amazing. Not only did you really demonstrate the cake baking and I followed your storyline, what I really noticed was the physicality that you brought to your movement. And it's clearly evident that you have a lot of rhythmical qualities and that sort of thing. I'm curious, are you a dancer?
Yes, I do lots of dancing, like probably every day of the week except Fridays and Sundays. So it's really enjoyable, and I do jazz, tap, ballet, and a lot of other kind of dances.
Well, that's what I noticed about students who study theater or they're into acting and that sort of things. It's more than just that, right? So
Yeah,
how does your dance inform your work as an actor, as a performer?
I just love doing it. I feel like it adds an extra thing because all that musicality, just dancing while you're acting, just makes me feel like it adds just more sprinkles on the cake, and it just makes it better.
What a perfect tie-in. You baked a cake in your show and you put more sprinkles with the dance. That's excellent. I think that dancing and the informs your movement quality, having those skills, the writing, the acting, it just shows such a great depth of work that you're doing. And I know you have quite an extensive resume as well. So tell us about your past acting experience too.
Well, my first show was actually in third grade. I did Aladdin, and then I did Annie, and I did this show called Character Matters, and then I did Jungle Book, and then I did this play called Aladdin, and it was bilingual. So I was actually Jasmine in that play, and I had to speak Spanish. So that was a little bit difficult, but I did it. And then this summer I did Character Matters 2, and I was going to do The Little Mermaid, but with everything going on.
I know, unfortunately, right?
Yeah.
So I'm proud to say that I've pretty much seen every one of those performances, and I really truly am impressed by all the shows that you've been in. You've done an outstanding job. And I want to say, like, for example, my daughter was just in Shakespeare and she decided that she was going to learn to play a bowed lyre. Who does that? And you learned Spanish. How long? Just to play the part in Jasmine.
I was having such a hard time learning how to speak Spanish for that performance. I just got so nervous during when I was just going to be Jasmine. I was like, oh no, what if I don't say my line correctly? And my mom taught me Spanish, and I think I did a pretty good job. My mom really helped me with that, so thank you.
Well, that's a beautiful thing, how you pushed yourself as an artist because you wanted to do something for your character's role, right? And so you pushed yourself above and beyond to learn something in one short summer session to be able to do that. So congratulations to you. That's excellent. And we are so proud of you and the work that you're doing. And we want to know, are you going to continue on in this path?
Yes, of course. I actually want to audition for OSHA. So that's one of my goals. I just love acting, and I love dancing, and I just love doing them both. I love acting and being on the stage and just seeing all the people in the crowd, and I get nervous for a second, but then it just goes all the way, and I just forget probably that the stage, everybody's there, and I just enjoy my time on the stage.
Well, you're just going to get better and better for sure. So thank you for sharing a little bit about your story. And we're excited to watch your personal journey. And I'm sure when the shows resume, people want to come back and watch all of our students. All right, upcoming is Miss Emily.
Hi everyone, my name is Emily Mejia, and this is my solo pantomime project on how to eat disgusting food at your grandma's house. Okay, guys.
Well, thank you, Emily. That was a fun show that you put on. So eating at grandma's house. Sometimes it can be a joyful experience and sometimes not so much. What inspired you to tell this story?
Well, it maybe happened once, but yeah, I maybe experienced it once and it was not a fun time, but I tried to, be nice and
What was it that you were eating?
I think it was like coconut shrimp or something like that.
Oh, coconut shrimp. Yeah. When I was your age, I remember turning my nose up at a lot of kinds of foods. And you know what? Now I love them. So it's kind of funny how things change over our course of our life. So good for your grandma for introducing you to lots of different kinds of foods. Have you shown your grandmother this show?
No, not yet.
So are you planning to?
Maybe.
How do you think she'll react?
I think she'll be surprised, but I think she'll think it's funny.
That's good. I suppose your grandma has a good sense of humor that you have, right? It passes down sometimes. So tell us a little bit about why you decided to focus on eating at grandmother's and a not so pleasant meal. Why was that the focus of your story?
Well, we got assigned this assignment and I thought it was funny and weird, but then I try to focus and stay in character because this is what I love doing and I knew this is what I want to continue doing. And yeah, I just try to stay in character and try all these different like kinds of methods on how to work this out.
So tell us, how was it setting this up at home and doing it by yourself? Like you go to school every day, but you're not able to see everybody in your class. What's it like trying to do a project like this at home?
It's very difficult. Oh, not that difficult, but I feel like just doing it by yourself and doing everything, like the recording and choreography, I think it's like really hard for me, but overall I had a really good time.
And did you have anybody help you?
No, just me.
You did it all by yourself. Wow, that's
Yes.
phenomenal. So what made you choose that particular music?
I thought it kind of like went with it because I had like all these different kind of turns in the music, and I thought it was like, kind of like good with like my part, and I kind of enjoyed the music too.
So you've been able to perform live. I understand that you were Cinderella's evil stepmother last year. I got to see that, and you had this crazy raging scream, and now suddenly you're doing silent films. What's that like? Give us a comparison of what it was like doing something live like that and now containing yourself and communicating silently.
It was hard because you have to now it's like silent, and it was really hard to keep everything quiet because I'm used to making so much noise. But yeah, it was really fun.
That's great. So what are your plans for moving on?
Like Athena said, I want to keep going on and trying to find a good school to keep going with acting, like maybe OSHA or Gardina's, because their performances are amazing.
Well, we absolutely have some great theater programs at our high schools in Santa Ana. All of them you get a great experience going to, right? So we're going to support you in all those endeavors and encourage you to continue on as an artist. So great job. Thanks for sharing your story. And we're going to move on now to see Mr. Ethan and his story.
Hi, my name is Emma Velasquez, and today I will be showing you my solo pantomime video. The scenery I have for you today is I'm going to show you how to open an unwanted birthday present.
Hey, so thank you. Here we are in the live moment, and I totally messed up. And I skipped you, Miss Emma. My deepest and sincerest apologies, because you are brilliant and amazing. We can't miss your performance.
It's okay.
So, and what an amazing and great story that you told, right? So tell us a little bit more about your story of how do you open an unwanted birthday present, and why do you find yourself in that situation?
Well, when you open an unwanted birthday present, your first reaction is like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna get a wonderful birthday present because the outside looks super beautiful. But once you open it and you actually see it, you are shocked and you get sad or mad because you really wanted that present and you really wanted that. But unfortunately, you didn't get it. So I tried to put that into my pantomime, that I was showing a little bit of sadness when I saw it. And then when they saw me, I was saying, oh, thank you so much. So that's how I was trying to put it in my pantomime. So you have different reactions every single time you open an unwanted birthday present.
That is such an amazing story. And your facial expressions were outstanding. And what's lovely to hear you explain them is your intention. You were so intentional, and it was such an effective communication. And it sounds like your facial expressions are a model to a lot of other students on how to do facial work. And being on the small screen like this is very challenging, right? You got to act for that small screen, and it's really important to show your facial expression. So tell us more about your thinking about that.
When I was rehearsing, I tried to find a bigger space. And when you have your screen or wherever your camera is, you have to put it as far back as you can, or yourself as far away from the camera, so you will be able to see as much more space as you need to for your activity that you're doing. So that was my goal. I was trying to put it somewhere where it was in the front of the room, and I was trying to get in the back of the room so they were able not to see just this little box, but a big space where it was like a stage. So that was my goal, and that was me trying to think how I would be able to do it.
See, look at the deep level of problem solving and critical thinking that you were doing. What's brilliant about that is we know that there's two different types of acting. There's acting for the live big stage, which is often large and gestural and big voices, and then there's acting for the screen. And you were really thinking about that. Sounds like you've been studying a little bit about how to act on this small screen too.
Yes, I did have some experience. I think I was in a play during the summer with Miss Siebert. It was called Character Matters, and we had to do that on screen. So that gave me a little experience with that I was able to learn how to perform on a screen. And so that really helped me with this project.
Yeah, and what a great and amazing process that you have to figure out all the details to make it the most effective possible. So we just want to know, did you get the right phone eventually?
I actually have my own device that I am so blessed to use for school and everything else. So that is what I use for this project, and I was able to use it, and it had good camera. It wasn't very blurry, so I was able to use that for my pantomime video. So that was very good that I was able to use that.
I'm glad that it didn't turn out to be a real unwanted present for you. So what a great story. Thank you for sharing it, Emma. And now, for real, we're going to switch over to Ethan.
Hi, my name is Ethan Sorensen, and today I'm going to be showing you how to rob a bank pantomime.
Wow. So Ethan, I have to ask, because I think I'm asking the question that everybody wants to know. How much do you know about robbing banks?
Well, I do watch lots of action movies. Those are really helpful to me. Or I just love watching all those like crime fighting movies, all those shows. So it helps a lot to like understand what my topic was too. So I thought it was a lot helpful that I watched those movies and the shows, especially with the topic that I had.
So you watch those movies as research, right? So excellent. So here's the thing. Tell us about your process. Was it perfect the first time, or how did you go about from writing what you were going to do to start mapping it out, blocking your moves, putting the music overlay onto it to get to the final product? What happened along that journey?
Well, it was really difficult to put everything together, or you make a lot of changes as you're doing it. So you realize that maybe you should add this or take away that, or it'll take a lot of tries to do your final project, your film. But I think one of the toughest parts for me was I didn't really have a conflict until the end. I heard the police. Originally, I didn't have the idea and I got away. But my teacher, Miss Siebert, helped me decide to do that because I thought it was a good thing to add, because in a lot of movies it's cool to see people, well, not necessarily cool, but it's more classic to see him get arrested or found or caught.
Yeah. So I love that, because it's important to note that you put a lot of work and thinking, and that you received critical feedback, right? That your feedback from others informed your work. Did you try this out on people before you made your final decisions?
Yes. We had to do it before, with everyone that is performing today. Actually, we were put into a Zoom and we practiced, and we all got critical feedback and everything, what we could do, what they liked. So that really helped a lot and helped us all, I think, understand what we needed to improve on.
I love that. So you're all helping and supporting each other. That's a beautiful thing about theater, isn't it? It's such a supportive community, and it's such a neat, netted infrastructure of people working together for the good of all. So they helped you improve in your performance. I will have to say too, I really enjoyed watching your movement. I know that's what you were studying in the process. And so I could totally see like the weight of things. I could see the weight of the bag and the tools. I could see the big, large weight of the wheel on the safe, and I could see this car steering wheel. So what were you thinking about? How conscious did you have to be when you were thinking about those things or putting that together for the final performance?
Well, it was also really hard to find the right music that went with yours. Well, while Miss Siebert gave us some options that would match ours, it still wasn't like, sometimes you would feel if you try to get the timing right or for certain things, and you just have to go with what you know or what you believe was accurate. So from those movies that I watched, it's really classic that there's something big or heavy to open. And so I thought that would be a good thing to add. Also, weight and lightness and trying to be sneaky or quick.
Yeah. And just real quickly, because we're going to need to move on for time, and I just want to acknowledge you quite have the extensive resume for your acting as well, right? You've been in a lot of shows. Want to tell us real quick what they are?
I've been in, my first ever play with Santiago was when I was in 3rd grade. I did Aladdin. Then I did Jungle Book. Oh, I was Bagheera in Jungle Book, and I have to say I think that was my favorite play, because one of my close friends was Mowgli, so we had a lot of fun in that. I was in Cinderella, Character Matters, the Aladdin Dual Language, and they were all just really fun to hang out with friends and learn new stuff.
Nice. Well, that's the beauty of the community in theater, right? So thank you for sharing your story. Fantastic. We really enjoyed it. And now we're going to move on to Evan.
My name is Evan Crescencio, and I'm going to perform How to Get a Stuck Candy Bar from the Vending Machine.
Success. Thanks, Evan. What made you decide to tell this story about getting a candy bar out of a vending machine?
We were assigned this. I was assigned how to get a stuck candy bar from the vending machine. I also did stuff like my experience with a vending machine because it usually gets stuck, like the stuff that you want from the vending machine.
Yeah. So tell us about your journey of the story too. It sounds like you had to really think about where the vending machine is going to be in your story. How did you make that decision?
Decided because like I was deciding the front of the screen would be the vending machine. I'd be dialing up the numbers for the thing that I wanted from the vending machine. So yeah.
So the audience was the vending machine. Nice. Hey, did you notice I'm wearing the same shirt you guys all have on tonight? I earned mine getting to go to see some of the shows. Tell us about some of your other acting experience.
I started acting in third grade. My first show was Aladdin. I did Jungle Book, Character Matters, Peter Pan, and Cinderella.
Why did you keep coming back to be in more and more shows?
It just like the first play that I did, it was very fun, so I decided to do it another year for fourth grade, and I just ended up loving it, and I kept doing it for each year, and it was just amazing experience that I've had.
An amazing, yeah. So do you plan to continue?
I do plan to continue for more years in the future.
And tell us a little bit about what your thinking was to connect to the audience. You had a good story in that.
Yeah, it was just like the vending machine, like everyone has problems with it. Like everyone's at least used the vending machine once and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, I could relate to wanting to kick a thing or two for sure. Great job in conveying the frustration of what that feels like. It was a fun story. Thanks for sharing. We're going to move on now to Julian, who's going to tell us a story.
Hello, my name is Julian Thornburg, and this is my solo pantomime performance. My scenario is that I have a toothache.
and scene.
Nice job, Julian. So have you had a toothache before?
Well, you know, when you eat too many sweets, sometimes your teeth start to hurt, but it's never been to the point where I want to rip it out.
Well, it does remind me when I was a kid, I actually did tie a string around one of my teeth and was trying to pull it out. So it's a real thing that's happened, isn't it?
I mean, my grandpa messes with me sometimes, and when I was like 3, he would tell me like, oh, if you want that tooth out, then just tie it to the door and then just start running. But I'm too smart for that.
So is that what triggered your thinking when you were given this story to make come to life?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've had a lot of experience with it, with my grandpa telling me that, and you know, like when you have a tooth, that's like the cliche method that all your parents.
Well, it looks like we have a little internet connectivity issue. I don't know if that's on my end or Julian's end. Hopefully we can get Julian back here. So shoot, I wanted Julian to tell you about his extensive experience on the stage. He's got quite a dynamic resume too, and he's also going to be a veterinarian. And I love how his experience in performing arts and his creativity is going to inform him. And he was talking about how important it was for him to continue to act. So sorry, Julian, it looks like you got booted out of this call. Hopefully you'll come back. And let's move on to Miss Soleil.
Hey guys, it's your girl Soleil. So today we're going to be doing my solo pantomime project. My scenario is how to survive being a clumsy waitress. I will be spilling 3 gallons of shrimp on the kitchen kitchen floor. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Yes. So that was my solo pantomime project. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye!
Oh, Soleil, that was fun. You titled it How to Serve Being a Clumsy Waitress, but I thought you had a lot of sass in you too. Well done, well done. I was thinking about it as I was watching you. Did you have to tap into feelings of ever being in trouble before to be able to inform your facial expressions and your body movement?
Yeah, not really, because
You've never been in trouble before, right? Just
no, I have been in trouble because if I were to do that, my mom would kill me.
Right. But that's the beauty of being an actor. You get to do things you probably wouldn't really do in real life sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you have a lot of musicality too, and I love all the music that's been playing tonight. Could you tell us about the process of the music selection, what you had to go through to figure out how you could overlay that onto your video?
Well, we were actually selected music, but I listened to everyone's and they all sounded perfect. So I really wanted to, take my music and kind of go with the beat. So I chose the one that I was assigned because I felt like that was perfect for me.
Yeah, and we really have to get to the origin of your story. Why did you decide to do this storyline?
Well, part of the reason was I was assigned, but I feel like if I weren't to do this storyline, I would have not done as a good job. And I think I think that it was much easier than the other ones, but I think I put my hardest work to it.
Well, absolutely. And who is your inspiration for this story?
My inspiration was actually Miss Sarah Siebert.
Lovely. Tell us more and why.
She told me a story about how she used to be a waitress, actually. Fun fact about her. And she was doing a great job as her waitressing job, and then she was actually in a big crowd of people, and then she tripped and spilled some food all over a customer's head. And she actually got fired.
Oh my. So speaking of Miss Siebert, tell us, how did she prepare you to be able to perform and do this kind of a presentation?
Well, she prepared us with music and kind of our subject or selection, but she prepared us with she told us big emotions, big hand movements. So, I took that and I just put it in my performance.
And you did say you had a lot of hours and hours and hours worth of practice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and people sometimes forget, it looks like we just walk on stage and we're magical in the moment, but it really does take a lot to put this together. And you guys made it look all so easy. So thank you for telling these stories. And we're going to pull everybody back now. So everybody turn on your camera so we can see your amazing faces one more time. I think, Ms. Siebert, you ought to be really proud of this group of students, and I'm sure you have many more students who aren't on this particular segment of SAUSD Arts Forward. What are your thoughts about all of this?
Well, like you said, I am just so proud of these students for everything they learned about movement and their standards instruction for theater this last few weeks. They did an amazing job, but even more than their great job with performing, I am more proud of how articulate and confident and well-spoken they were in their interviews with you. You can really see it come across that these students have a passion for the arts, that they have found their pathway by having this offered to them at school, and they're all ready to continue with it. And I think it's a testament to the programs we offer in SAUSD that I don't know a lot of 11-year-olds from other places I've worked that are this articulate. I mean, it's pretty outstanding to hear these students speak at just 11 years old. And I think that is, like I said, a testament to being involved in the arts. They've gotten to create and collaborate and learn how to communicate for years now. You hear that they have a resume, that they're sixth graders with a resume behind them in performing, and that's just not offered in other places in our county.
Yeah, and they have extensive years experience, so you can see how it's building on year after year, and it's showing up. I cannot wait to see where these kids go in terms of just their life path, their career and college path. They're well equipped to be very successful in their whole lives. Yeah. So kudos to you.
At Santiago, these kids, if they choose to stay in this art form, they get to move into the advanced acting class, and that class is a lot about play production. So they do fall comedies and spring musicals, and learn more about the audition and rehearsal process in that. And so I hope these ladies and gentlemen continue into the advanced class. This year's advanced class is taking on another Zoom show. So they've been really dedicated to pioneering this art of Zoom theater, not making sure that the community knows creativity is not canceled just because school is. So we hope that everyone watching tonight can join the advanced drama students at Santiago for our upcoming show, The Internet is Distracted. Oh, look, a kitten. And that show is it's hilarious, it's relatable, it's timely. It's fun to see the students that are making theater happen still. So there's a QR code for anyone that wants to sign up for tickets. The tickets are free. Our parent organization is sponsoring the show, and so we've offered it free to the whole community. It's going to be a webinar a week from this weekend, so it'll be next Friday, October 9th at 7 p.m. So you just click on the link or the QR code and sign up for free tickets, and then you'll get a reminder to come and join us for that show. So we really hope you can see where the students who have been rehearsing at Santiago for all these years, how they end up in this advanced class and what kind of shows they can produce for you.
Yeah, and the bit.ly takes you to the website as well in case you can't do the QR code. I just want to congratulate you. You know, in these times, we have to do things differently. Things cannot remain the same, and you guys have brought us entertainment, theater, joyful experiences, much needed for our social emotional wellness right now. The arts are a very important and vital part of that. They're part of our whole well-rounded education. And congratulations to all of you, and thank you, because it's a gift to receive this right now, especially when we're struggling so much, just in terms of being still not able to be together. We know we miss our community and being together in the arts, and yet you're still making it happen in unique and creative ways. And we are really proud of all of you, so thank you. We want you to all out there follow us on @SAUSD Arts. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We also have SAUSD Arts YouTube, so follow us there. You can see amazing things. We have, again, arts, all the arts, dance, music, theater, visual, and media arts available to all of our students. And we're grateful and thankful for the support that we get from our amazing district and the beautiful, well-rounded kids. Look at them, articulate, confident, brilliant students that are demonstrating their learning from years of experience in this. So we look forward to seeing everybody at the next Art Walk in November. So stay tuned, we have some great stuff coming your way. Thanks again, everybody.